Like, I'm not the most, I don't know what you say, expert in Predator lore. So I can't even say their damn name. Welcome to Tairimo Boys podcast. I'm your host, Cody. With me in second chair is the boy planning to hunt all the strongest warriors in history. It's Jeremy.
And freeze them.
You've already got Plato. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Today we start the Predator double feature by talking about the 2025. Well, there's two Predator movies out here in 2025. First one we're going to be talking about is the first movie released, the animated movie, Predator Killer of Killers. So, Jeremy, when did you find out about this movie? Because I didn't find out that existed till you told me, because it wasn't in theaters.
Actually, my buddy, one who told me about it, we were both geeking out over the whole fact that the Predator was coming out the next day, or the new Predator Badlands movie was coming out. And he's like, "Bro, have you seen Killer of Killers yet?" I was like, "No." He's like, "It's the new animated Predator movie." I was like, "I had no idea. And where in the world did you hear about this?" And he's like, "Dude," he's like, "Watch it." I literally watched it after Badlands. I went home immediately and watched it.
Yeah, I watched it like the day after, if I remember right. But it's kind of going to be relevant once we start talking about things, at least in the Badlands review. So, for anyone who doesn't know about this movie, like I said, it's an animated movie. It basically covers four story arcs. There's a Viking Shield Maiden arc. There's like a Samurai Ninja arc. There's a World War II pilot arc, and then there's the final arc's like a combination of all the arcs into one.
Mhm.
So, Jeremy, what are your first thoughts on this movie?
I went into this with medium expectations because it was animated. I didn't know how I would feel about an animated Predator movie, but some of these episodes I had so much fun with, and it actually really, really surprised me how I enjoyed it.
Yeah, whenever you told me about it, I was like, okay, it's an animated one. You were mentioning
Yeah,
story arcs because I was kind of iffy on it. I thoroughly enjoyed all the arcs. Of course, I do have favorites over others.
yeah, it's pretty unanimous from everybody that's seen this that I've talked to. There's two extremely good arcs, and then there's one pretty good arc.
Yeah, um, I
We might
will.
we might agree on this.
We'll see. Maybe I'm pretty sure we will, but whatever.
We'll
Um,
see.
yeah, I'm gonna come out here and say it. The animation is jarring at the start because it's beautifully animated, but it does this like really weird low frame rate thing.
Almost kind of looks choppy, doesn't it?
Yeah, and
Hmm.
that's intentional, and it takes a while to get used to. Like it took me like the entirety of the first arc to get used to it.
Same. It did exactly the same for me. By the time I hit the second arc, I was used to the animation style, and then I was able to get through it.
Yeah,
It's not a horrible thing, but it's just a different style of animation that I'm not used to.
yeah. I wish they would have done like smooth animation because I think that's one of the big problems with the movie is it takes the entire first arc to get used to it, and after it's over, then like you're not gonna, you might have some negative thoughts about the movie after the first arc
So I
just from the
strongly suggest
animation.
rewatching the first arc after you're used to it because it's a very, very enjoyable arc.
Yep, we'll do what we do in series, boys. Let's just talk about each of the arcs. So the very first arc is the Shield, which is about the Viking Shield Maiden. Get her backstory where she was like a little girl and like another Viking barbarian raider guy forced her to kill her father, and she's grown up and turned to like an old lady and had a kid. She goes looking for revenge, and of course, a predator's hunting her.
Because what do predators do?
They hunt.
They hunt other predators.
Predators, Doctor Evil quotes. They hunt.
You didn't see my fingers, but I was doing air quotes.
They hunt warriors. There we go. Jeremy, what are your thoughts on this arc?
I love this arc. I'm just gonna go out here and say it. It's one of my top two it's one of my favorites out of all three. I won't rank them yet, but it's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
It's brutal. It's well put together. Backstory, character development. I mean, you get a lot from this arc.
yeah, I'll agree with you. My problems with it, like I said, aside from the animation, but I'm just gonna that's my whole criticism throughout the whole film. choppiness. I didn't much care for the predator that she was fighting.
Okay, that's one thing we got to say. We got to be clear about right now. So each arc, viewers at home, each arc has a different type of predator that you've never seen.
Yeah, these like each of these stories is like 100 years, 100, 200 years apart from each other. So like the first one, you get like a predator who's like missing most of his arm, and he has like an electric fist with a crank handle on it.
It's a goddamn Hulk. It's a Hulk predator with an electric fist.
Like, I don't know what that was. Like, okay, I'm gonna take a step back. Like, let's pretend a predator wants a. I'm not gonna say their actual name because I can't pronounce it. What is it, Yachtja or
Yautja.
yeah, there we go. I'll say that again one more time in our Badlands review. But
Say it 3 times fast.
apparently, this movie's the first time they've ever used the term inside like the movies.
I've never heard. Yeah, I've never heard it before.
Yeah,
it's never been used as far as to my knowledge.
Yeah, it was like at the intro scene where they did the little quote thing. But I actually read that the term wasn't created till like the comic after like the first movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. But this is the first time it's actually the words for their race has actually been put into a movie.
Which is unique in itself.
And then Badlands is whenever it was said for the first time. So there you go.
Yeah, you see the codex of Yautja.
Okay, now what I was getting at. Now, I don't expect a predator we're looking for a worthy fight to go after like a Viking warrior with like the shoulder mounted laser cannon and plasma bolt rifle. Like, okay, maybe I could buy using a like more melee weapons, but like, why does this thing have like a crank thing on it? Like a lever.
Right thing, and it's a Hulk.
They're already spacefaring, so I always assume that wouldn't they have cybernetics if they really wanted to replace their arms? Actually, full grip, not just like this crappy crank lever thing.
He opted out. he opted out of that.
Okay, I'm digging too deep into it.
You're going too deep into the weeds with this one.
10
10 steps back, Cody. 10 steps back.
Sparing race, the crappy primitive medieval weapon. Like maybe it was intentional. Maybe he switched over to that thing to hunt the Viking. Or maybe not. I did thoroughly enjoy like this arc.
Aside from the weapon, did you enjoy the different style of Predator?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you've already mentioned like the Hulk, where this one's more like buff and hulky,
More berserker mode type thing. Yeah.
And like I could see like a weapon like this he used, which is it was literally like a fist thing that when he cranked it back, it like there was an electric charge that would send out a shockwave. That's kind of like a middle ground between primitive and technological.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it was an interesting. I especially loved like whenever she was fighting him on the frozen lake. It was like, okay, she's hiding around here somewhere. Then he just started using the thing to destroy like all the destroyed longboats and that were frozen in the lake.
Yeah, that was a really cool. That was a really, really cool fight. Also, she goes ham.
Yeah,
Like, it's fun to watch her fight, especially that moment when they stormed the castle, the fort, whatever they stormed. Yeah, the fortress, and she picked up 2 shields. That's when my jaw dropped. I was just like, oh, this is going to be really good. If the rest of the arcs are like this, I was like, I could get used to this.
yeah. I don't honestly. I don't think the shields would work like that in real life. But I'm just gonna say it's an animated movie, so let's just go with it.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me get my shield out of my closet, and I'll try it later.
Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, it's gory. It's one of those the price of revenge stories where she pretty much loses everything.
She does.
And then you kind of
gets killed.
You kind of figure out in this movie that it doesn't matter if you win or lose against a predator. Like as soon as you get one on you, your life's fucked. We'll get to that later. But Jeremy, I would agree with you. This is probably my second favorite arc. Once I look past the
Okay, so we're gonna rank them now. Okay. This is absolutely my second favorite arc. Okay, we'll rate them as we go. That's fair.
Then we got the second arc, which is what I'd call the Ninja Samurai arc. Which this arc has very few words in it, and
you don't need words for this one.
You don't need words
because based emotion.
Yeah, it's emotional and visual based storytelling. You got 2 brothers who they're I think their father, he was either a samurai or the Ronin. It's like some extremely high position, like in feudal Japan, and they're like best buddy brothers. And then eventually, whenever he makes them both fight, one brother refuses to fight while the other one kind of ambushes the other. So they fight. The one who refuses to fight ends up getting scarred, and he kind of exiles himself. And years later, he comes back looking for revenge. So another revenge story. Also, there's a
Mhm.
predator hunting him.
Of course there is.
A big common theme with all these.
Well, killer of killers. It is in the name.
Jeremy, what'd you think about this arc?
All right, I'm just gonna go out here and say it's my absolute favorite arc. I loved this to death. It's my favorite Predator of all three arcs. It's my favorite action of all three arcs. Even without words, like this told so much more of a story for me than all the other arcs.
Yep.
Even though there was so much depth in the arc that we just reviewed, the Viking arc, this one to me was so much more. And it's pretty emotionally tugging at the end. Not gonna say I shed a man tear over, but I was just like, God damn! It just this one floored me.
Yeah, this one is my favorite, and it hits like all the emotional notes, and it's realistic. I'll say that. Well, it's realistic as an anime film's gonna get, because
Yeah,
um,
agreed.
a little bit of a history lesson if you're unfamiliar about the whole ninja thing. Ninjas' weapons were outlawed for anyone but soldiers in feudal Japan. So the stuff we think of ninja weapons, that's just makeshift crap and easily concealed crap that they could use as weapons. Stuff like shurikens and throwing knives, easy to conceal. Those size with the chains on them, those are field threshing tools. So we see that like he's got an arsenal of tools. It's like a ninja.
Mhm.
There's elements of stealth where he's sneaking into like the Japanese castle and trying to stop these guards from ringing the bell. And just have another guard, another tower ringing the bell. And then we get the showdown between the two brothers. And great showdown. And I love the way, like, the two ways it ends, where, like, okay,
Yep,
the Ninja Brothers, Ninja Brothers won. It's like, all right, time to finish the other brother. And just takes his sword and slashes him on the cheek, just like he did. He's like, all right,
same
I'm
scar.
done. Yep, exact same scar. Like, all right, I'm done. Time to leave.
That was the revenge.
And then at the beginning of the arc, like right when the father was having them fight, he stuck his sword in like the what's that called, banister or the railing, and then the samurai brother's just is leaning against it where he got scarred up, and the thing breaks, and then he falls to his death. Doctor Evil quotes. It's like, uh oh. It's like I didn't intend for that to happen. I just wanted to scar him. And of course, that's when the predator attacks. This is where we get the more like ninja stealthy type predator.
Can't tell me that's not the coolest Predator in the whole series of arcs.
Combat wise, yeah, but I like the next one the most. Well, yeah, I like the third one the most, but we'll talk about that when we get to the next arc. But like this
There.
one, he's using like chains, and then like his grappling hooks like stick out, like the grapples on them stick out and rip people's heads and bodies in half. But this feels like a really like ninja esque battle. Where like all the guards of the castle don't stand a chance, but there's like running across rooftops, and eventually the two brothers, yeah, we find out the brother fell to his death, didn't so much as fall to his death, but end up fighting with the thing and killing it together. And then the samurai brother was mortally wounded, ends up dying.
Can't tell me that's not a good arc. I knew from the beginning what we would agree on here because this is, as far as I go, as far as I know, everybody that I've talked to so far that has seen this, it's unanimous which is their favorites, and this is exactly how it's ranked.
Yeah, it's just like the historical accuracy, the emotional tone, the very little words, and everything just being done through visual storytelling. Why it makes it the greatest.
Agreed. Thank you, Max, for the recommendation.
Then we move on to the third arc, the Bullet. This is a story about I'm assuming the guy was either Mexican or a Cuban immigrant to United States. Kind of a younger guy, ends up getting drafted into World War II. Is he supposed to be like a mechanic or something? Because it's like, oh yeah, I kind of learned this thing, and then like it doesn't work. But at the very least, he's kind of a minor pilot.
Yeah.
But basically, there's a battle getting ready to go on, and battalion of fighter pilots. They end up fighting a predator in its spaceship.
How'd
Yeah,
you feel about this arc?
it was okay. I'm gonna say it was the weakest arc
It definitely was the weakest arc.
because the other two arcs are people using their strength to beat a predator. Then we get to this one, and it's more of using your brain, the predator. I'm gonna start saying that, like, I'm not the most, I don't know what you say, expert in predator lore. So I can't even say their damn name.
Yautja. Say it with me, Cody.
Yautja.
Yautja.
Yeah, whatever.
Yautja. You almost had it.
Predator. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
My day we have predators. This one, I love the design of the predator, where
Yes.
he's got like the middle
Agreed.
eye patch, and he's you don't see much of him because he's like piloting his ship most of the time. But like these things, like normally don't they want to hunt like people on foot? And I think there'd be like a huge technical disadvantage between like a World War II plane and a Predator spaceship, like fighting a
You would think
freaking
so.
yeah, you like fighting a tank with a freaking broadsword. But I mean, he ends up beating it.
Good
And
analogy.
yeah, the thing is like the Predator. What I read was typically Predators collect like skulls as trophies,
Hmm.
and I read as like, oh yeah, this one was more collecting like engines as trophies because that was the point of his like grapple missile system thing where it would rip the engines out.
I guess. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You're gonna bring that back to father? That's a joke. That's a joke intended for Badlands as well.
Well, the things had invisibility, so I assume it had completed its first hunt. Probably like collecting, probably like the whole fighter
It
plane
was just his
type
hobby. It's his
aesthetic.
part-time
Yeah.
job.
Let's just go with it. I'm not okay. Cool predator. It's kind of more of a
Very cool
brains
predator.
thing, but like I felt like this was the weakest arc.
It most definitely was. I mean, the kid was fine enough,
Yeah.
and he's enjoyable in the final stuff, the final fight. But other than that, the arc just felt like you said, Cody. It was the weakest arc. So would you say this is your favorite Predator of the
I
arcs? I'm
I
going with no. I'm going with the second arc, Predator,
yeah.
the ninja arc.
I like the way it was the predator was designed in this one, but because the arc's weaker and we don't know much about this predator's motives, it's a weaker predator
Mhm.
character wise. So I'll rank it probably second.
Okay, that's fair. Wait, you said that you ranked the Vikings second. So how would you
No,
re-rank?
hold on. I rank the arc second. I'd rank the predator in that one third.
Oh, okay,
Jeremy,
okay,
this is why we
okay.
do scales.
This is why we do scales. Yes.
Yeah, so Jeremy, on a scale of the normal xenomorph to the thing, where would you rank these?
To the thing. These predators
Yeah.
uh above the original xenomorph,
Okay.
just because I love the second one so much.
It's much easier when you use scales like.
Yeah, let's just do that. I have a my headache came back.
But yeah,
Thinking-
this is the
We're thinking
weak.
too hard on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Okay, just move on. It's yeah, this is the weakest arc. It's got good visuals and good ideas, like them leading it to into like all these battleships shooting their flat cannons, but
Weakest
it
arc, but it's enjoyable.
yeah, it's if you start thinking too much about it, it's got problems, and it's the weakest of the arcs. All right, and moving on, we got the fourth and final arc, the culmination arc.
Which is so badass that they brought it all together.
Yeah, so the fighter pilot arc ends with the guy after World War II. He's back working in a as like a mechanic in a shop, and another predator ship shows up and kidnaps him. Then he wakes up from cryogenic stasis and is thrown into a cell with the other two characters from the other arc, the ninja and the shield maiden. And because of the cryogenic stasis, you can tell hundreds of years have passed, and we do not know what year it is.
Not at all.
So they're brought before. I think it's like a king of a one of the predator tribes. They're on like a alien planet, and they're told they need to fight to the death. Last one standing wins. And of course, they're given weapons. The ninja gets a samurai sword. Shield maiden gets a battle axe. and the fighter pilot gets the flintlock pistol from Predator 2. Literally, I'm not even joking. It's literally got the name of the guy on it in the year.
That's a
Uh,
pretty cool little cameo, if you will. Is that I don't know if that's the right term for this, but that's a pretty cool throwback, to be honest.
I did like whenever he goes like, "This isn't even from my era. Like, where did they get the good weapons?"
Somebody else got something from their era, and then he gets stuck with a flintlock weapon. It's like,
Yeah.
what predator fucked up on this?
Like I looked into it and it's like besides it being kind of a member berry, they kind of maybe they thought like, oh yeah, this one beat the predator with his brain, so maybe he needs to use his brain for this one. I don't know.
I would like to think that, but I'm gonna say they just threw it in there for member berries. They're like, let's give him a gun, but
Well,
let's give some member berries.
but it's definitely member berries, but I mean the predator
Yeah,
species
it's make
they're spacefaring race, so they know.
yeah, absolutely.
But they end up fighting an alien creature that gets thrown in there to kind of rush things, and the three warriors end up turning the tables on the Predator King and trying to escape. So, Jeremy, what do you think about this arc?
I actually really enjoyed this. It's strange to think of an idea that the predators would throw people in a coliseum instead of wanting to kill them themselves. So it's weird to think they're doing it like strictly for entertainment purposes, but I also think of it in the same way as that they want the strongest of the strong to kill themselves. They're like, okay, well, you guys recently killed 3 of our predators, so let's see which one of you is stronger so I can fight you, type of thing. That's the kind of way I thought about it. So
Yeah, it was an interesting concept. I think there might be writing like new lore with this because I always kind of got the feeling like if you kill a predator, they just leave you the fuck alone unless you meddle more in their affairs. At least that's what happened with Dutch. Well, I think that's what happened with Dutch. Like,
no,
go
didn't Dutch
back.
have another encounter?
Yeah, he did. If you remember, I explained it during
Yeah,
our
during our predator
yeah
review.
during our predator review, the extended universe around him. But I think he was like hunting predators rather than
Oh,
being
maybe
hunted.
that's I don't know. Viewers at home, if you know, please comment below and let us know.
Just go read the wiki. I mean, he definitely did more encounter more of them, but I think it was more of him seeking out. And then there was that one time he got the predator net on the face and left him red scarred.
What'd you think about it, Cody?
If I had to rank it, it'd probably be the third one because I mean everything comes together, but it doesn't have like the same storytelling of the others. I really wanted to see like more like predator fighting rather than the three warriors where one of them can't really fight because it was literally
Doesn't
just
really fight.
yeah it was literally just the Viking and the samurai the ninja samurai guy going at it one by one till he was able to the pilot was able to come up with an escape plan and kind of hobble off in their ship while the Viking lady sacrificed Doctor Evil quotation marks herself. But I did like the ending where the samurai and the pilot are flying off in the ship as best they can, and then the Predator King's like, "All right, everyone, time for their hunt." You see, like all the ships and shit take off, ready to chase after them.
That was pretty badass. And then you did catch the ending, right?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the ending. Yeah, Jeremy, do you want to
Yeah.
explain the ending?
Oh, you go ahead, Cody.
No, no,
Oh, you.
I want you to explain the ending.
It was the lady from Prey that was in cryogenics.
Hold on, say the whole thing.
The whole thing where they take the Viking lady back.
Whatever, I'll do it. Yeah, so they take the Viking lady instead of killing her, since she went against their like the whole bomb collar thing, and throw her back into stasis. Then we see predators like carting it off, kind of like a Raiders of the Lost Ark type thing. There's one coffin with frozen xenomorph in it, and then it goes over and you see the Native American girl in from Prey.
From Prey. Mm-hmm.
So, Jeremy, I have a question for you. What year
Mm-hmm.
do you think this arc takes place?
I have no idea, to be honest.
If you had to guess.
Hmm. Well, we had the xenomorph, so it was well into the future.
Well, I mean, maybe xenomorphs exist in like
Well, I guess
whatever.
maybe yeah. I was gonna say maybe the Predator doesn't count on them before. I don't know. I don't know the lore behind it, but 1900s.
Oh, there's a xenomorph skull in Predator 2 on their wall. And Predator 2 takes place, isn't it like the 80s or the 90s?
I think so.
Yep. And inside the
Yeah.
ship, that Predator had like a xenomorph skull.
So maybe late 1900s
Okay,
into the
well,
2000s.
it doesn't matter because this is a extreme trick question for you. So here's yet another question. The version that we watched, do you think it was the normal version or do you think it was the extended ending version?
I felt like it was probably had a little bit of extended ending just so you could show the Native American from Prey.
That is incorrect.
Oh, damn it.
We watched the normal version of this. After the
Oh,
normal
god damn it.
version was released, they released an extended ending that's a couple more seconds. After it shows the girl from Prey, the camera pans over more and you see Mike Harrigan from Predator 2. Then it pans over a bit more and you see Dutch from the
You see
first
Dutch?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So they've been capturing everyone.
I mean, you got to kind of figure. I mean, Dutch was the one to kill the Predator and Predator won, so. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but I wish we saw the extended one.
But you just look Killer Killers extended ending on YouTube. You'll see the ending.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's just a couple seconds more.
Well, those couple seconds are very important to me. I want to see Dutch.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about that during our Badlands review a bit.
Overall, this is a great time.
Yeah, this is a
Watch
great
this
movie.
movie.
I definitely recommend it.
Highly recommend it, and it was highly recommended to me. Thanks again to my good friend Max.
So, Jeremy, final thoughts?
Final thoughts: watch this movie. Seriously, you just have to get used to the animation style. It's completely different from anything that I've ever seen. The little bit of perceived choppiness, it goes away. If you didn't enjoy the first episode because of that, go back and rewatch it because that's a really, really good arc.
Yep, I'll echo what Jeremy's saying. I've got nothing more to add.
Yeah, that's it. Just a great movie.
All right, Jeremy, let's scale this.
Do it.
So today we got the Alien versus Predator scale. That's a scale Ryan's familiar with.
Yes.
So on a scale of the first Predator movie to Alien 3, where would you rank this movie?
I would put this. I would put this right under Predator 1. I enjoyed it so much.
That's fair enough. I'd rank it pretty close there too.
Yeah, one yautja saber sword underneath.
Yeah. That's one of the little spinny disc things.
No, the sword.
Okay. Full sword then.
Yeah, sword from Badlands.
All right.
Shadow.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to another episode of Tairimo Boys podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us what your favorite arc was if you saw the movie, or which one sounds interesting to you. Don't forget to ring the motherfucking bell. Stay tuned for more episodes.